Hi there, this is Pete Howard, Director of Concert Posters for Heritage Auctions. And one of my childhood favorites, absolutely unquestionably, what a great and rare poster for Cream, right? From their heyday, 1968, from the David Schwartz Concert Poster Collection. What a rare and just brilliant concert poster, board, whatever you want to call it. It's actually on quite thick board made by the Washington Poster Company. I've blogged a few of their posters, and those things, perhaps because of the inclement weather up there in the Pacific Northwest, including plenty of spring showers, they just made their posters extra thick. But you never see this poster. This is the very first time we've ever had it. And but you know, the appearance is what just knocks me out, and most people. Yellow and brown coloring, very unusual and very eye-catching as well. And there they are, Ginger Baker, Jack Bruce, and Eric Clapton inside that dollop of cream, if you will, being poured out of an old-fashioned glass milk bottle. Oh my gosh. Anybody remember milkmen? I have to confess, growing up in Los Angeles, we had a milkman deliver our milk to our doorstep. I think it was Ador Farms or something, but boy, those things certainly have changed since then. But that would have been around this time when the poster was made. So the location was the Pacific Coliseum, once again in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, in the spring still, Sunday evening, June 2nd. Now this was not the band's farewell tour yet. That would come later this year, from early October to early November. No, this was actually before the release of their classic magnum opus double album, Wheels of Fire, which of course was half live and half in the studio. So, and that album helped change my life as a teenager as well. So as mentioned, this poster done by the Washington Poster Company, their credit comes in very small letters along the bottom of the milk bottle there. You should be able to see it there. And then to the left bottom of the milk bottle, it says the very important printed in USA, because remember, this poster had to cross the Canadian border, and whenever Americans made concert posters that went north, including BG-74, of course, with the Dead in the Airplane, it needed to say on there, printed in the USA, or I don't think Canadian Customs could let them pass. So yeah, you know, the timing of this video blog is pretty fun too, because you know, Jack Bruce, of course, is gone, and Ginger Baker has left us as well. But literally this morning at 1 a.m., being a bit of a TikTok watcher as I am, what happens? But on the TikTok came Eric Clapton doing all of White Room in concert from somebody standing right in front of the stage. And so, you know, 2/3 of Cream is gone, but the 1/3 that's still left is still knocking them out, still knocking out Cream songs, and still playing great guitar and everything. So it was just funny, I would see that on the very morning that I knew I'd be recording this video blog. You know, on a personal aside, I wasn't old enough to catch Cream in concert, but my first ever concert was indeed Blind Faith, and of course 2/3 of Cream were in Blind Faith, and that would be Ginger Baker on drums and Eric Clapton on guitar and vocals. And yes, my prayers were answered. They did both Crossroads and Sunshine of Your Love. But you know, so anyway, look at it. I mean, I grew up with the Beatles, age 10 to 15, so they're in my DNA. But you know, as a middle teenager, the first group I really latched onto on my own was Cream. This poster is killer, and it just never comes along. It was probably destroyed by the elements. Small numbers were run. You know, it didn't have the psychedelic San Francisco appeal. I think it's just a killer poster, and most people who see it do love it. So once again, from the David Schwartz Concert Poster Collection, and that'll be happening on Friday, November 7th, and starting at 12 noon Central Time, obviously 1 p.m. East Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast, and in Europe, do the math. And to see more about this poster and the whole auction, just go to ha.com/7421.